Just got the new table. Dun, dun. Not participating with dinner tonight.
I'm so sorry. Say that again. It would be an out-of-pocket cost. Like, you would have to pay for that appraisal before they ordered it. Yeah.
In October, we had some friends that were going to Freeport, and they wanted us to travel with them and meet up there for the weekend, a few days, either way. We were excited about taking a cruise for a few days. So we made all the preparations.
Are you snuggling with Butterscotch? Not Butterscotch, Peach. Look, I said Butterscotch's name and Peach is scared.
Got all of our food, checked all of our fluid levels.
What are you doing there, babe?
Well, we keep dying every time it gets hot. And then when we come into park, this engine wants to cut out the moment I put it at idle. So I just cranked up the idle probably about 50, 75 RPMs. And now they're pretty close to matching. So let's see if that works. If not, I'll just smash into stuff again. And then when it came time to go, we didn't have a whole lot of cooperation with the weather.
It's day one of our journey. There's storms out there and a lot of wind.
First problem we had was there was a huge cold front coming in from the north, and it was bringing temperatures way down. The north wind was pretty much directly behind us, so it was kind of pushing us out of the slip and blowing about 20 to 25 miles an hour. Not to mention we were getting a little bit of rain at the time we were leaving. The trip should have taken us about 10 hours to cruise, so we wanted to set out just before sunrise to give us the majority of the day to get there and give us a little extra time at the end to make sure we didn't show up after dark. Once we set out, the wind pushed us out of the slip, which I had counted on. What I didn't count on was for some strange reason, the port engine just shut off right after we left the slip.
Okay.
And in the process of doing that,
you can go down there,
the restart killed the starboard engine.
get everything
So both engines died.
off of the floor there.
And I had pretty much a split second in the dark with very little visibility to try and get the rudder turned. I knew there was a slip sort of at an angle in front of us that was unoccupied. I figured at best we drift into that and hopefully we don't do any damage to anything while I try to get these restarted. Trick with our boat, you've got to get the throttle all the way back down and select the transmission into neutral in order for the starter to engage. So while fighting that, drifting in the wind, hoping I don't hit any other boats, I managed to get both of the engines started back up. At that time we were about halfway into the empty slip, so I back it out, still fighting the wind, couldn't get it turned all the way around. Instead I was kind of going the other way, so we ended up having to back all the way down the fairway out into the opening to turn around. At that time I realized the port engine was overheated, and I couldn't understand why. I had just started them up, got them warmed up, everything looked good. So I ended up shutting it down, but because of the wind I couldn't go back to the slip. It was blowing too bad, and I didn't want to try to fight it with one engine. So we had to continue all the way out of the marina and into the lake, out of the channel, and into an anchorage that was deep enough that we wouldn't get stuck. All before sunrise. So we managed to anchor the boat. Luckily the weather was bad enough that it kept everyone else off the lake, so we didn't have to worry about anyone bumping into us. We did leave all the lights on the boat, so we were pretty visible. And that was our first experience using Tow Boat.
All calls may be monitored or recorded for quality assurance purposes.
Thank you for calling Boat U.S. Destiny speaking. Who am I speaking with?
Yeah, this is Eric Harris.
Yes, how can I help you?
We are actually having a little engine trouble. We're just outside of our marina at this point. We just needed to get back into the slip.
Okay, is everyone safe?
Oh yeah.
May I have your member number, please?
They were quick. The guy, he was pretty reasonable with us. We made contact with him fairly quick. He explained he had another boat in Galveston he was going to move later in the day, and didn't really want to go out in the weather in its current condition. So I let him know we were in a good spot, we were anchored, and if he wanted to wait a few hours for the wind to die down and the rain to stop, we were more than safe where we were. We had no problem with it. Freeport, and then we broke down.
Oh yeah.
That was awesome.
Well, that sounds like it happened like 5 hours ago.
A little dramatic, are we?
Yeah.
It was only like 3 hours ago.
Yeah.
So he agreed to come back at 10 in the morning and bring us in. And right on time, he came out, met up with us. He got us tied off, and we made a request to go stern in to our slip, and he was able to accommodate it.
Okay.
Oh, just move. They put something in the water.
Let me get made up to you first before you pull that, okay? We can stick this one on the bow. Pretty much tied up to the front of the bow, snugged in real tight. Pushed us backwards all the way through the lake and into the marina, and we got to do the moonwalk of shame all the way back to our slip.
How old are you? Okay. All right. Okay, Parker.
Almost there. Thanks to Tow Boat. Yep. Hi, Keeper. Are you having fun getting towed? Yeah.
Eric, do you want the rain jacket? Yeah, you see it? Yes.
Yeah.
Back there, but go for it. Can you get the...
What do you need? The rope?
Don't worry about it right now. I'm gonna try and
Okay.
work one line at a time.
Do you want me to get off?
Appreciate it.
Bye. Thank you. I appreciate it. Do you want me to get off?
Yeah. It turned out the problem with our boat was that the Woodruff key, which I had never heard of up until this incident, had sheared off. That key locks the impeller onto the shaft. So without that, the impeller just sat there pretty much stagnant inside of the pump while the shaft rotated and just ground that key to little bits. That's what caused the engine to overheat. We caught it soon enough that it didn't do any damage, so we were able to get it shut down and cooled off, and the engine itself was fine. However, that Woodruff key took about 2 months to come in after we'd ordered it. The guy at the supplier, he said that's not a common break, so they don't really keep those parts in stock. The last one he had to order was in 2016, so he just didn't really have any control over it. It took about 6 weeks for the part to come in, and then I had to pick it up there and get it installed. Once we finally got it installed, we got everything set up. It worked great. Shows the Pirate Beach. She doesn't look very scary for a pirate.
Go. You still have wood?
Okay, let's go eat breakfast.
14 machine.
Mommy, you like these Santa Claus?
Oh, Emma, that's adorable.
And like it's.
Okay, I need a picture. Ready? Keep going.
Took it out for a little cruise at the end of the year, and just to make sure everything was fine, took it out into the bay, and it worked great. So that seemed to fix the problem. Everything else was in good shape after that. We didn't notice any other problems as a result of that engine overheating, so things were looking good. So the end of the year, kind of like the beginning of the year, wasn't the smoothest or the easiest. We made it through. Awesome.
I know you want to, birdies. I just saw one of you take a jump and I know you want to.
On the site to the green, please, inbound ship.
Okay, I'll tell you when to say Happy New Year. 6, 7, 8, 9.
I've never heard anyone count up before the end of the year. 8, 9. We're counting to.
Like a dying chicken.